Hello and welcome to this YouTube presentation on the Business Architect Grade 1. My name is Charles Richter and I'm the Principal Consultant of Ripose Pty Limited. In my introduction to the Business Architect, I mentioned that I would be delivering this presentation on the responsibilities of the first category or class of the Business Architect, namely the Business or Enterprise Architect Grade 1. In this presentation, I will describe the responsibilities, the inputs, processes, outputs, and the first deliverable of the Business or Enterprise Architect Grade 1. So what is a Business Architect Grade 1? As I could not find a reference to a Business Architect Grade 1, I decided to start my search by using the words Business Analyst in a Google search, and found the following reference. The term Business Analyst, BA, is used to describe a person who practices the discipline of business analysis. A business analyst or BA is responsible for analyzing the business needs of clients to help identify business problems and propose solutions. To me, this rhetoric does not really tell me what a business analyst is or is not. In my opinion, the business analyst is defined by their responsibilities, skills, inputs, processes, and outputs. As I see the Business or Enterprise Architect Grade 1 and the Business Analyst as one and the same concept, I will state that the EA1 is responsible for developing the organization chart, facilitates sessions with business operatives to uncover their business objectives, namely their goals and performance indicators, and should be capable of layering the goals into a hierarchy of goals, help identify the strengths and weaknesses of the goals, then facilitate sessions in order to uncover the performance indicators, as well as develop a hierarchy of performance indicators revealing the key performance indicators. In Ripose speak, this is the skill of the Ripose Architect Grade 1 or RA1. So what are the inputs, processes and outputs of the RA1? The first input is the organization chart, which is probably one of the most important documents an organization or business or enterprise or family can have. It identifies the position business operatives should have and shows the hierarchy and peer structures. In my example of deliverables, I will demonstrate how an organization chart can be developed. The second input, namely business statements, are usually found in policy statements, marketing material, balance sheet, and minutes of board meetings. These documents can help to flesh out the relevant business objectives. The problem is they usually involve lengthy sessions, and as business operatives are very busy people, they usually leave the task of uncovering the business objectives to the facilitators. This is not a good idea. So Ripose has come up with a set of generic business objectives to help speed the process up, hence the word RAPID in the Ripose acronym. Ripose acts as a catalyst to help speed up the actions. Once the business goals have been established, they should be ranked by each business operative to reveal the strengths and weaknesses. This gives the RA Grade 1 the ability to prepare focus groups of business operatives. Using the weakest goals, the focus group can identify the performance indicators or issues, create a hierarchy of issues and uncover the key performance indicators. The lower level issues can then have costs attached to them, either income, expenditure, which could be taxable and non-taxable, as well as operational and capital, and identify the risks associated with each low-level performance indicator. This output will assist financial planners with their budgeting and risk managers with their risk analysis. This is an example of a deliverable used by the RA1 as the raw input. This organization chart was extracted from the portfolios from the Australian federal government. I will use this flat structure or peer-to-peer structure to demonstrate how a Ripose Architect Grade 1 could produce an alternative government structure for a new virtual political party called AVCOM, or a priori virtual community. Now, a priori means not derived from experience or self-evident. Unfortunately, due to the constraints of YouTube, the font size I'm using will make the reading of this and subsequent slide almost illegible. However, in the online course to train an RA1, this example will be used as a case study. It will take between 15 to 24 hours to train an RA1, and this includes the use of the Casper engine for the RA1. In my introduction, I mentioned Casper, which stands for Computer Assisted Strategic Planning and Reasoning Engine, the software product I had to develop. This is an example of output once the RA1 has completed the refinement. As you can probably see from this organization chart, which is read from left to right, top to bottom, there is one and only one head. Call it the Prime Minister or President or Prime Elder. There will be 4 second level or senior managers or ministers who report directly to the primary level position and who, in the absence of the primary, hold the primary position on a rotation basis. Within each senior minister or manager, there will be a total of 11 third-level positions. During the absence of any secondary level position or lower, the post will be held by the higher post, unless the lower position leaves, and the position will be passed on to someone in the next lower level. This slide is merely a continuation of the table introduced in the previous slide. A notable point is that the Minister of Health is senior to the Minister of Employment, as a country's health depends on health, resources and distribution. The next level minister manages the employment portfolio, followed by the Minister of Professions. The Health Care Minister will report to the Minister of Professions. This table is a continuation of the previous table. In the existing flat structure organization chart, there are approximately 46 ministers, of which 43 make up the cabinet. The rest of the portfolios are spread among secretarial positions. In Avcom's model, there could be up to 66 portfolios, with a minimum of 16 cabinet positions and ministers seconded to the cabinet depending on needs. For example, if discussions revolve around common health matters, then the cabinet will be made up of the 16 senior ministers and 27 lower-level ministers, making a total of 43, which is almost the same as the present situation. This leaves the other ministers to get on with their work. As I mentioned, this is merely an example of an alternative organization structure. In closing, I'd like to thank you for viewing this presentation. The PDF of this presentation is available at a small fee should you want to assist us further the aims of Ripose.com and especially Ripose.org. You can find the aims of Ripose.org on www.ripose.org. You can reach me by sending an email to charles.richter@ripose.com. As I mentioned at the start of this presentation, I'll be creating presentations covering the responsibilities, the inputs, processes and outputs, and possibly examples of the output for each of the IA grades, namely the Business Architect, grades 2 and 3, Business Information Technology Architect, the IT Architect grades 2 through 7, as well as the Test Architects. It may take a while for me to complete all the presentations, so please bear with me. If you're eager to pursue a presentation of a grade that I am not yet ready to post, please visit our website www.ripose.com, select the Quick Links drop-down menu and select Ripose Architects. You can always email me for more information. Once again, thank you for your attention.